I want you, my fellow San Franciscans, to be the first to know. I will not be seeking re-election to Congress.
Nancy Pelosi, the trailblazing first and only woman to serve as a Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives and a dominant force in Democratic politics for many years, has announced that she will not seek re-election. In a video statement released on November 6th, Pelosi declared that she will step away from Congress when her current term concludes in January 2027. Pelosi has represented part of San Francisco in the House since 1987. And while bidding farewell, she said in a video message, "I want you, my fellow San Franciscans, to be the first to know I will not be seeking re-election to Congress." Nancy Pelosi entered Congress in 1987 and broke new ground in 2007 by becoming the first woman to serve as Speaker of the House and was re-elected in 2019. The only speaker in 70 years to regain the role after losing it in 2010. She led House Democrats for 19 years, previously serving as Democratic whip. Pelosi gained prominence in 2002 by opposing an Iraq war resolution crafted with Bush's administration. She became the minority leader when her mentor, Dick Gephardt, stepped down to run for president. From former presidents Joe Biden and Barack Obama to House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries and California Governor Gavin Newsom, Democrats praised Nancy Pelosi's contributions and influence on the party and U.S. politics. While the world is recognizing Nancy Pelosi's contribution to U.S. politics and the welfare of Americans, someone sitting in the Washington Oval Office laughed the evil laugh. Trump and Pelosi's differences, iconic fights and disagreements are well known and have been caught on camera multiple times. So on the retirement of 85-year-old Pelosi, Trump is glad. Watch what the U.S. president said when asked about Pelosi's retirement.
About Nancy Pelosi?
Nancy Pelosi's retirement.
I think she's an evil woman. I'm glad she's retiring. I think she did the country a great service by retiring. I think she was a tremendous liability for the country.
And on Dick Cheney.
I thought she was an evil woman who did a poor job, who cost the country a lot in damages and in reputation. I thought she was terrible.
Pelosi sparred with George W. Bush, as well as with Republican successors John Boehner and Paul Ryan, following the Democrats' loss of the House majority in 2010. However, her rivalry with Donald Trump stood out as one of the most intense in Washington politics. Ahead of her 2019 return as House Speaker, Pelosi clashed publicly with Trump in a heated Oval Office exchange. Later, the White House circulated an image of Pelosi confronting him over Syria, which sparked partisan reactions. Trump tweeted the photo with the caption, "Nervous Nancy's unhinged meltdown." During that year's State of the Union address, Pelosi responded to Trump's speech with an exaggerated slow clap and eye roll. The following year, after Trump declined to shake her hand in the House chamber, she dramatically ripped up his speech at the end of the address. It was one of the iconic rivalries the U.S. House witnessed that day. In 2019, Pelosi spearheaded the investigation that led to Trump's impeachment, the third presidential impeachment in U.S. history. The charges accused him of seeking foreign help in the 2020 election and withholding Congress-approved aid to Ukraine. In 2021, Pelosi led Trump's second impeachment after the January 6th Capitol attack by his supporters. She also oversaw the formation of a bipartisan committee to investigate the insurrection. During her farewell address while bidding goodbye to the speakership in 2022, Pelosi said she enjoyed working with President George Bush, Barack Obama, and Joe Biden, leaving Trump off the list.
In the popular vote, another thing that's not discussed for the House, we must remember that Republicans won 5 million more votes, the largest margin in many, many years, over the Democrats. 5 million more votes, that's a big thing. Breaking the radical Democrats' grip on Congress was crucial. So in other words, because of our great congressmen and all of our great congressmen and congresswomen, we have taken over Congress. Nancy Pelosi has been fired. Isn't that nice? I told them, I said, if you just keep a little bit lower standard, you're going to have a big victory. They said, let's win by 40 seats. Let's win by 50. I said, if you win by 2 seats, be happy. But she's on her way to another country right now. She's been fired.
U.S. President Donald Trump may have faced many opponents in his political career, but a force like Nancy Pelosi was perhaps his most formidable adversary. The proof is in front of everyone as Nancy Pelosi announces her retirement, and Trump relishes her exit by calling her an evil, terrible woman.
Dear San Francisco, we are fortunate to live in the most beautiful, remarkable place on earth. But the true magic of San Francisco, the San Franciscans. There's a reason why our city has always been synonymous with the future. Here we don't fear the future, we forge it. From the gold rush to the miracles of science and technology, our city has always been the cradle of innovation, buzzing with optimism and creativity. We are a vibrant and diverse city, home to hardworking families, diligent students, and heroic veterans, and the dreams of entrepreneurs and immigrants. From Chinatown to Japantown, from the Mission to the Fillmore, from Hunters Point to the Castro, North Beach to the Sunset. We are also resilient, experiencing more than our fair share of challenge. When the Loma Prieta earthquake struck, we brought in federal support that ensured we would not just recover, but reimagine the South of Market neighborhood. And of course, HIV/AIDS tested our city to its core. But out of our agony came action. Under the leadership of UCSF and San Francisco General, we pioneered comprehensive community-based care, prevention, and research. That very system served as a model as we wrote the Ryan White CARE Act, which still ensures access to life-saving medical care nationwide. Fittingly, our city is home to the National AIDS Memorial Grove, a place of renewal where we remember the loved ones we lost. For decades, I've cherished the privilege of representing our magnificent city in the United States Congress. It seems prophetic now that the slogan of my very first campaign in 1987 was, "A voice that will be heard." And it was you who made those words come true. It was the faith that you had placed in me and the latitude that you have given me that enabled me to shatter the marble ceiling and be the first woman Speaker of the House, whose voice would certainly be heard. It was an historic moment for our country, and it was momentous for our community, empowering me to bring home billions of dollars for our city and our state. With these resources, we have powered enormous progress. For healthcare, from the fight against HIV/AIDS to the Affordable Care Act. For transportation, extending BART, electrifying Caltrain, creating the 3rd Street Light Rail and the Central Subway, and strengthening our iconic Golden Gate Bridge, all creating good-paying jobs. For housing, enabling nonprofits to build affordable, low-income, community-based housing with the low-income housing tax credit. For the environment, from protecting clean air and water to taking action on climate to transforming the Presidio from a military post to a national park, a model for the nation. Of course, credit for this work also goes to our brothers and sisters in labor, and it was also made possible by the entrepreneurial spirit of our private and nonprofit sectors. We can be proud of what we have accomplished, but there's always much more work to be done. Of course, San Francisco's impact is not confined to our city limits. The Affordable Care Act, Wall Street reform, human rights abroad, and so many other priorities all sprang from the vision, values, and voices of San Franciscans. Because of your trust, I was able to represent our city and our country around the world with patriotism and pride. I say to my colleagues in the House all the time, no matter what title they have bestowed upon me, Speaker, Leader, Whip, there has been no greater honor for me than to stand on the House floor and say, I speak for the people of San Francisco. I have truly loved serving as your voice in Congress, and I've always honored the song of St. Francis, Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace, the anthem of our city. That is why I want you, my fellow San Franciscans, to be the first to know. I will not be seeking re-election to Congress. With a grateful heart, I look forward to my final year of service as your proud representative. As we go forward, my message to the city I love is this: San Francisco, know your power. We have made history. We have made progress. We have always led the way. And now we must continue to do so by remaining full participants in our democracy and fighting for the American ideals we hold dear. In doing so, we ensure that our city shines on as a beacon of hope, justice, and peace for the country and for generations to come. After all, San Francisco is the greatest city on earth with the most extraordinary people on earth, and a place that I will always believe is heaven on earth. Thank you, San Francisco, for trusting me to be your voice in Congress. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of America.